5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Two white Muslims.
Go.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi
Wa barakatuh.
My name's Junaid Rahim,
And my name's Mohammed Yusuf Bashforth.
and affectionately we're known as
The Two White Muslims. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
Oh dear. There you go.
Coffee.
I'm better now. Very good. Very good.
You've perked up a bit.
I've perked up a bit.
I can see it in your eyes.
I've had somebody ping something through, and I'm just going to have a look, just very quickly.
Yeah, okay. This is great on radio.
I know, brilliant. There you go. Gone. I was just making sure it was nothing to do with the good lady or the children.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
Cool.
Tamundo. Oh, brilliant. Do you know? Got
Now I want to know. Had that been the good lady,
Yes.
given that this is live,
Yes. Oh, at least I know who I was ignoring. Not a problem. Not a
at
problem.
least I know that I need a list of excuses.
Exactly. Yes. Which excuse to use?
It's usually me, isn't it? I get blamed.
Oh my goodness. Everybody else I know earns an income. I get an allowance.
It was Yusuf.
Yeah, it's always you. Yeah, where were you? I was with Yusuf. Oh, that's all right then.
That explains it.
Yeah, honestly, I get away with murder if I say I was with you. It is incredible.
Subhanallah.
Where were you? Oh, I went to the shops. What? With Yusuf. Oh, that's fine.
That's all right then. I get the same. Is Janae going with you today? Yes. Oh, that's all right then. I'm not allowed out on my own.
And that's the thing. That is exactly how it is. That is exactly how it is. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. If they did but know what a bad influence you are on me.
I know. Terrible.
And me
terrible.
on you.
Yes. Shambolic. I think you'll find.
If they did but know.
Oh my goodness.
Our good ladies.
Oh golly.
Bless them.
We've got a fantastic day ahead of us.
I'm looking forward to this.
Absolutely brilliant. Which starts with a wonderful show.
Aren't they always?
Oh, for us. Fantastic.
Good for us.
Yeah.
I feel
Anybody
sorry,
listening to this,
I feel sorry for the poor listeners out
Absolutely,
there.
nightmare.
All three of them.
As you normally say, for the listener.
Yeah. I mean, some people clearly have us on in the background, but they don't actually listen.
They don't listen.
Oh, clearly.
They don't listen. And as we said previously, there's other people getting their own back.
Yeah.
So they just two white Muslims pull the knob off like that, stuck on this radio.
You can no longer tune your radio.
Yeah, that's it. Turn the knob off.
What's it stuck on?
Oh dear. Turn the volume up and run. Run.
It's stuck on this.
Oh, there will be hospitals all the where they're going, this will get them out of bed.
No, we aid their recovery.
This will get them out of bed.
Run out of
Turn it off. No, turn it off yourself. You can do it. Come on. You can do it. You can do it.
Where's the radio? It's on the other side of the corridor.
Other side of the ward. Come on. You can do it. You can. No, I'll be fine. Oh, it's them.
Shoot.
Off.
I mean, in other parts of the hospital, we do help anaesthetise people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
5 minutes listening to this.
Yes. You have 3 choices. You can have general anaesthetic, local anaesthetic, or the two white Muslims. The two white what? Just listen to this.
God.
And there's people out there going, oh, it's not that bad. Just you wait.
And we also help in other parts of the hospital, of course.
We do?
Yeah. In when someboody going into cardiac failure.
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of using that
clear.
What's it called?
Defib.
Defibrillator.
Defib.
They just put us on.
Yeah.
Pair of headphones. It shocks people into life.
It does.
Shocks people back to life. It does.
What? Muslim?
What?
White?
Two white what?
2 of them?
What?
They're like buses.
Wait years for one to come along.
You get 2.
2 of them.
Oh my goodness. And you always think they're going to be better than they are.
Yeah.
All this bus is going to be fantastic. There's 2 of them. Oh, they're still rubbish.
Yeah.
No, buses are fantastic. White Muslims here, the 2 of us, terrible. Oh, I'm not sure about a couple of these on this list.
Okay, well, shall we have a listen?
I think we should.
We'll have a quick look at what's on the list, and then we'll decide.
And then we'll decide. There's a few of them.
In our usual fashion,
yes.
How many of these do we often...
we'll do 1.
Maybe 2.
Maybe 2 if we're lucky.
Lucky.
If we're lucky.
One
of them's guaranteed.
If the listeners are unlucky.
One of them's guaranteed. Do you know why?
Go on.
It's a pre-record.
So
We've already done that one.
Oh, we can sit back and just listen
We can
to
sit
that
back
one,
and put our feet up and listen to ourselves.
and drink coffee.
To be fair, it was brilliant. It was
Is
brilliant.
this a soldier man?
This is Soldier Man. This is
Loved
Lieutenant
him.
Colonel. Lieutenant Colonel
I think I've
in the
just been
British
deeply
Army.
offensive calling him soldier man.
Soldier Man. Lieutenant Colonel.
Lieutenant
What a
Colonel.
joy.
He was great, wasn't he?
He was fantastic. We did it as a pre-record just because it's just easier like that because we can segment it if we need to, or we can just play it and we know it's not going to cut across the news. Not that that matters when it's our news. Let's be honest.
And he was a bit,
yeah, exactly. Yes.
He didn't really want to be on live.
No, let's be honest. And I get that. I get that. And how long did he say we could have?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. How long did we end up doing it for? About
an hour and a half. We're not going to play all of it, of course.
No, we'll trim that down. We'll trim it down. But it was brilliant. So we'll play that a little bit later. We'll play that a little bit later.
And what did he take from the studio?
He took a mug.
He took a two white Muslims mug.
He took a two white Muslims mug. He got it, laughed and went, "Can I have this?" And we went, "No." Took it anyway.
He took it anyway. Yeah. Of course you can't. It's got my picture on it. Why do you want that? It'll just help to remind me of the day.
Yeah, no, bless him. He looked, he went, "Can I have this?" He went, "Yeah, of course you can." Oh, yeah, of course you can.
That's nice.
Brilliant. So yeah, he took a mug. He took a two white Muslims mug. But the interview was brilliant. So we shall play that. We might play it again later on in the week as well because it was just an absolute joy.
We need to talk a bit more about this. The two white Muslims mug.
Oh yes, yes,
now
yes,
that
yes.
is merchandise.
It is.
We have entered the
We've
market
entered the market of merch.
Merch.
Yes, we have.
We do merch. So we're going to invent some competitions, aren't we?
Must do.
For people to win
A two white Muslims mug. That's a mug
with two white Muslims. You must have seen our stock image and logo.
You can't avoid it now.
Our trademark, which
to put faces to the names.
It is in fact a trademark.
It is trademarked, isn't it?
It is copyrighted and trademarked.
Yes, two white Muslims.
TM.
No, TWM.
No, 2M, yeah. Actually, that's right.
TWM, TM.
I mean, who'd want to copy this anyway?
Oh dear. So yes, we will. We'll be launching some competitions at some point for you to win a two white Muslims mug.
And I'm going to make it questions on fiqh.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
No, I'm not really.
No, I'm going to say.
It doesn't suit us, does it?
And we wouldn't know the answer. No, we would. You would. You would. Yusuf would.
I
Junaid
certainly would.
Not so much.
Hey,
that's why Junaid hangs around with Yusuf.
You'll know the answer if I tell you.
Yes, exactly. You'll know the answer when I tell you. When I tell you. Oh, dear. So, yes.
Refer to my prior studies and previous studies and all my coursework and my notes and my books.
Yes.
And I'll give you the answer.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give you the question, I'll give you the answer.
Yes.
Brilliant. And I'll give you it from the point of view of 4 jurists. I'll get the 4 major opinions on it. I'll tell you
with all the quotes.
Yeah.
All the references.
Dear me. I'll tell you whether it's reliable or not.
Brilliant.
Et cetera.
Brilliant. So, yes, so we will at some point launch competitions so you can win some of these mugs. Because, to be fair, if people walk in and say, "Oh, can I have one?" And given that, we brought them into the office and they disappeared anyway. We've actually realised people might want these.
Yeah. People are either throwing them against a wall to get rid of them, or they're taking them.
One thing they're not doing, sticking pins in it.
That's right.
I've tried. It's porcelain.
It's porcelain.
Or it's mug material, whatever that is. It might not be porcelain.
It's pot.
It's pot.
Porcelain pot.
Porcelain pot.
What's the difference between porcelain and pot?
Do you want the truth?
Yeah, I do.
This is now. I heard this, and I don't know if this is true. Sorry, because I don't know if you've been. Do you want to know?
I actually don't know.
Brilliant. Right. Teacups.
This is where Junaid comes in handy. He's a mine of useless information.
Yeah. Teacups required porcelain.
Yeah.
Coffee mugs you could pretty much make out of anything.
Yeah.
The reason being, and you've taught me this subsequently, in order to make a good cup of tea,
the water has to be boiling
and go in first. Therefore, the cup needs to be made of a material that won't shatter or crack when you put boiling water in it.
Right.
Coffee, you can put the milk in first.
Yes, you can.
So you put the milk in the bottom, pour your boiling hot water on top of it, doesn't matter.
That's right.
But porcelain can stand a higher temperature of water, an immediate higher temperature of water. And the stuff, I mean, nowadays, the pot that we use, the glazed pots do, but back in the day, they couldn't.
Yeah, right, cool.
So if it was clay and you put water in it, it'd just crack.
Boiling water, yeah.
Boiling water in it, and it'd just crack.
I see that, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So if it was a coffee mug, you had your mug and you put your milk in first.
Yeah.
Teacup, you could put water in first.
Fantastic.
Isn't that amazing?
I think that's brilliant.
Isn't that amazing?
Brilliant.
No.
Brilliant.
It's rubbish. No, but it's true. It's absolutely true. Because I remember asking that question and somebody going, do you want to know the answer? And I went, actually, yes.
You would.
And it was the same guy that told me about donkey's ears.
Donkey's ears.
Ears.
Donkey's ears.
Ears. Became donkey's years.
As long as donkey's ears.
As long as donkey's ears. So when we say, oh, I've had it for donkey's years. Donkey's years. It's actually as long as donkey's ears. Yes.
And for the avoidance of any doubt, that's because donkeys have in fact got long ears.
And we know that.
when we managed to rumble the fake zebra.
The fake zebra. There was a guy, bless him, who'd gone to it. It wasn't in Egypt, but it was. Oh, I can't remember.
It was Egypt.
I think it might have been in Egypt.
Yeah, Egypt.
He'd gone to a zoo, and he said that is not a zebra. They've painted a donkey. And there was a picture. There was a picture of a zebra in the wild. How big was its ears?
Tiny.
And then there was a picture of this so-called zebra, and it was basically going ee-aw, ee-aw. They had these massive ears. And stripes on it, and the stripes had run. They'd merged. Oh, and they were wide. They were big, way, looked like a pedestrian crossing.
It looks like a zebra crossing.
Oh dear. And then you compared it to a real one. Oh my goodness. So yes, donkeys have long ears. Oh,
even when you paint them black and white.
Even when you paint them black and white.
No disguising those
Oh
ears.
my goodness. So yes, we're going to put on our interview with the Lieutenant Colonel. It's a joy.
I'm looking forward to that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
IKEA have done something.
Have they?
And I like IKEA.
I think IKEA is amazing.
Yeah, I like IKEA.
For what you get.
Yes.
And the price that you pay.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
And anything goes wrong, you take it back. The service is amazing. Instantly,
absolutely.
Immediately. Yeah. Everybody you talk to in an IKEA store smiles at you.
I've only got one issue with IKEA.
Oh, go on.
One issue.
It's spelt wrong because it's actually spelled IKEA.
I'll live with that.
Okay.
I'm all right with that.
Something else then.
Yeah. Being the dyslexic that I am.
Yes.
I wouldn't have even noticed.
Yes. Right.
The issue that I've got is this.
Yes.
When you walk through the checkouts and you've paid.
Yep.
Yeah. What do you encounter?
If it's what you are going to say, I'm going to stun you. I am going to stun you.
Are you indeed?
You encounter.
Have they done it?
A hot dog counter.
Yes, you do.
You can get a vegetarian hot dog.
Come on!
Now, I'll be honest with you.
I love IKEA.
I know, IKEA. Because it used to be, it was meatballs and hot dog, and you couldn't have either.
I'm going.
You can now have, and when have we
finished? When do we finish today?
We can do it on the way back.
I'm going.
We passed junction 27.
I'm going.
I promise you, they've started because we took the kids and the good lady because we went to get child number one had a massive sporting success.
Yep.
Massive sporting success.
Okay.
We're incredibly proud of him.
World best.
Yes, he is now. Yes, actually, yes, yeah, brilliant. So. And he got a certificate.
Yep.
So we went to IKEA for a few things because we get candles from IKEA. I'll be honest with you, but also to get him a thing to put the certificate in a frame.
Brilliant.
Put the certificate in. And as we came out, the good lady looked up and went, "Huh." And she looked at me and she went, "They do vegetarian hot dogs." I went, "What?" That was it. Hot dogs in the corner, proper mustard. honestly, the lot.
American mustard sauce.
American mustard sauce.
Was it a soft white long bun with a vegetarian sausage in it?
Now the sausage was not like a hot dog sausage, not exactly like,
okay,
but was perfectly adequate, perfectly fine.
Right.
And do you know what they put on top of it?
Go on. Fried onions.
You can have fried onions, or because they didn't have they had onions. You could have onions and relish, or onions and something, and what they put across the top was pickles, sliced pickles, dill pickles. So I know, look at your face. Dill pickles sliced with American mustard and.
What time is it? What time is it? What time?
It'll actually not be open yet. It'll not be open yet, but on the way home it will. Will on the way home.
I want it now.
It was phenomenal.
I want it all. I want it now.
Guess how much?
Tell me I can afford it.
50p.
I'm having 4.
Exactly.
Tell me honestly, in one sitting, how many can you eat?
I could probably have done comfortably 3 of them.
3 of them?
Yeah.
£1.50.
Yeah. £1.50.
Man.
Yeah.
Man,
I've put more than that in to park the car.
I'm going there.
Yeah. So you know when you said you had one complaint. You said you had one complaint. Do you have any complaints about IKEA?
None at all.
IKEA are brilliant.
They're brilliant at everything.
They are brilliant. They've done something, and I just think, their brilliance has increased.
They've done
that first of all.
It was only it was a consideration because do you know when people say, do you miss bacon?
Yeah. Nope.
No, because I can get that.
Yes.
I can get turkey rashers.
Yes.
Smoked turkey rashers.
Yep.
Tastes about the same.
Yes.
Smells the same.
Yep.
Does the same job.
Do you miss steak? I used to, but now
you can get
butchers
steak.
are improving and you can get steak.
Do you miss alcohol?
To be honest, no.
No. How much alcohol is good for you?
None. Do you miss the headache? No. Do you miss the sickness? No.
Do you miss the embarrassment over what was done?
Do you miss the stumbling and falling over and breaking your wrist? No. Do you miss breaking your thumb when you fall off? No. That's put me in a very bad light, hasn't it?
I already knew these things about you. It's part of my due dill. on my
dill pickle.
My due dill on my initial trustee for the charity. and I forgave it all.
Absolutely. But yes. So no. But what do you miss? Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. If I'm honest.
What I also used to miss.
Go on. Sorry.
Is the ability to just eat anything.
Yeah.
It's weird because for people born into this wonderful religion, or born into a household of this wonderful religion, you've always had to look at a menu.
Yes.
You've always had to work out if you could eat it or not.
Yeah.
To be born into a household where you just eat anything.
You eat anything. Yeah.
And then to now have to, that was not a challenge. That was weird. It was just unusual.
Yeah.
It was unusual to begin with. I'm used to it now. I don't think now.
I love going to Alton Towers.
Go on. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love the walk. Yeah. The place is beautiful.
Yeah,
the place is brilliant.
It is.
I love the fact that my missus daren't go on any of the rides, and I stand there laughing at her. I've got an excuse to laugh at her at every corner. Around every corner. It's brilliant.
You don't want to go on the teacups?
I love going with the kids because they're up for everything.
Yeah.
And I go on rides with them. We have a whale of a time. It is brilliant.
Do you know? To be fair, I know why your good lady is really, really, really upset.
Go on.
Because she once walked over that bridge. And she stood there just to take in the sights and got absolutely soaked as one of those things went through. Do you know what she was? Fluming mad. I only heard that yesterday.
All fluming wet.
It's almost like we write this rubbish. That is amazing.
Anyway,
sorry, yes.
Love all the rides. Alton Towers. It's a fantastic day out. And in the middle of the day, when you're feeling a little bit peckish and you need to take on some calories.
Yeah. 30 years ago, what could you have done?
You'd struggle.
Yeah.
But now, and for the last, always, as far as I'm concerned, one of the shops in the food area of Alton Towers is run by Muslims.
Really?
And they do hot dogs
and
burgers.
Wow.
And
I thought you were going to say you
stuff.
couldn't have them anymore.
No.
Oh, phenomenal.
And they do a proper long, the halal, the halal sausages that I get. Yeah.
Yes.
They do the jumbo variety in like a baguette. And they put the onions on, fried onions on top, the American mustard sauce, and ketchup, because you can't have one without the other.
Absolutely not.
You need them both on there.
Yeah.
And I will happily eat 2 of those.
Wow.
And they're massive.
Massive, yes.
Yeah? Massive.
Blimey.
Now, daughter number 2.
Yes.
Yeah. Took a liking to these. She said, Dad.
Oh, I like these.
I like this.
Yes.
I like this.
This is new.
And as she said that, I was tucking into mine as well and nodding and agreeing. Thumbs up.
I'm thinking, who wouldn't?
Yes. Brilliant. Guess who doesn't like them?
The good lady.
Yeah, why not?
Because it seems weird.
Because she can't get her head round eating sausage.
Yes.
She can't get her head round it.
Yep.
It doesn't make any sense to her.
Yes.
And she because she has that doubt in her mind.
Yep.
And they say, don't they? And it's right. If you have a
doubt,
don't.
Absolutely.
Don't.
Absolutely.
Because where there's doubt, there's a potential for sin.
Yep.
So she won't do it. But I was munching the first mouthful of my hot dog and making agreeable noises to daughter number 2. And thumbs up, and I turned round at the missus, who was eating something like a tuna sandwich, and I was like, you loser. Yeah, you're loser. You're missing out on something really special here.
Yes.
And I just went to take my second mouthful, and I looked at daughter number 2 again.
Yeah.
She'd finished it.
Really?
It went down so quickly.
Wow.
I've never seen...
It's like a pelican.
Honestly, it was like a cartoon. You can see the hot dog shape in her neck. She swallowed. It's like, when they swallow an anvil or a grand piano.
You can actually see the lump going down.
It was unbelievably fast. I've never seen food disappear like that in my... I've never seen anybody eat something so fast in my life.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. And she said, Dad, can I have some of yours? It's a good
No!
It's a good job I've got 2, because I broke one of them in half and said, there, polish that off, love. It was gone in
Daddy
one
does
gulp.
not share hot dogs. No, you gave half. Of course he did. Oh, wow.
Honestly,
but
I've never seen it disappear.
Funnily enough, another thing on the list, and people are going to think we write this, we don't. Another thing on the list, Sainsbury's have launched a new variety of crisps. Okay. Now, how much do you and I love crisps?
Certain varieties.
Yep.
But in fact, no, all crisps.
All varieties. There is no such thing as a bad crisp.
I like crisps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Certain ones are more than others.
I mean, those that you got, those...
Brannigan's roast beef and mustard.
They're special, aren't they?
Do you know, and I didn't have them for years, because when I converted to Islam, I just assumed I couldn't, because it said roast beef on it, I just assumed...
No, you read the back.
Suitable for vegetarians. Never seen a cow in its life, as you would always say.
Never seen a cow in its life. Yeah? It's like, you can go and get crispy bacon crisps.
Yeah.
Read the back. Suitable for vegetarians. Yeah. Never seen a pig in its life.
Just because it's shaped like one.
It doesn't mean it's that.
I can go into Hampstead, just because it's got it in the title, you know. He was somebody who was so devout, he drove around West Ham.
Yeah. Who do you support? Well, I used to support West Ham.
I now support West.
Then I became Muslim. Who do you support now? Stoke. Other teams are available.
Other teams are available. I just love the fact that Stoke was the first one. You know, not Chelsea.
It just popped into my head. Don't know why. It just did.
Oh dear. Sainsbury's have launched a new variety of crisps, and I don't think I can eat them.
Oh.
On the basis of, I just can't get my head past what it is.
Okay.
So we'll come back to that, but it's interesting that you're a good lady, and my wife is exactly the same. She will struggle with certain things that I will wolf down.
Yep.
And it's even if it's halal, it's because it doesn't feel it.
She can't get her head around.
She can't get her head around.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Which is brilliant, you know.
And a lot of our listeners will be the same,
and they'll completely understand where we're coming from.
Absolutely will. Yeah.
Completely understand it.
Yeah.
Well,
what I need to do is just announce, in all confidence.
Yeah.
They're wrong.
Yes.
I'm right.
Not one to voice an opinion.
No.
You're wrong.
No. I'm sorry, love. You're wrong. Love.
We never say right and wrong, because that would be rude. But let's be honest, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Hot dogs
are ace.
Ace. But yes, say if they've launched something, I'm not sure I could eat it. We'll come back to that.
Okay.
I grew up, not very close to, but near Lady Bower Reservoir.
Yep.
And my father always used to tell me stories about it.
Yep.
And some of them have just come true.
Ooh.
We're going to explore that. We have to have, let's be honest, a bad day. You think you're having a bad day?
I like our bad days.
Get ready.
These are funny.
I think potentially...
Is this the worst bad day?
The worst bad day we've ever had. I'll let the listeners decide. Hey, we might make that the competition for the mug. But we'll let the listeners decide. But it's a bad un. It's a bad un. It is a bad un.
Cool.
That be the case. I'm thinking. My mouth's drying up. I've got a really strange feeling in my mouth. What could that be? What could that be?
I was thinking exactly the same was happening to me as well. You just think,
it needs something.
There's something missing.
There's something missing. Something missing. We've got the mug. There's a picture of you on it, so you're not. There's a picture of me on it. So what's missing? There should be something in it.
In it.
Tea.
Coffee.
Back after this.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh. Here we go again. Great day. Great day for a list.
Yes.
Great list. Great day.
This one, it's a funny one because I'm going to argue both sides. As I always do.
I love when you do that. Honestly.
It's like, make your mind up, Gillette. I can't.
Get off that fence, will you? Get off the fence.
I can't.
Make a decision.
I know.
Right.
But let me give you an example.
This is why you have ideas. And you have some great ideas.
Never get to put
Do you know what I do? I have better ideas.
Yes.
I'm your better ideas
You
man.
are my better ideas man. You are my better ideas man.
I take your good ideas and bigger them up.
You're my doer.
Damn you doer.
You make sure it gets done.
That's right.
That's the most important thing.
I actually do. You're the brains. I'm the thinker. I'm the doer.
The doer. You make sure it gets done. But it doesn't work if you've only got a doer who's got nothing to do, or a thinker that's got nobody to do it.
True.
But if I was to say to you, and I know we've mentioned it briefly, but if I was to say to you, just how much do you like hot dogs?
Oh, come on.
You love hot dogs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Love them.
The good lady?
No.
Why not?
Because they're sausage.
Sausage.
And
why would she have an issue with sausages?
Because she's all her life been told never to eat sausages.
Just in case.
Just in case.
Because let's be honest, in this great British Isle of ours, historically, most sausages were made of pork. Now, I get that.
Daughter number 2 went to nursery as a very small child.
Yeah.
She was 3.
Yeah.
And one day they dished out vegetarian sausages.
Right, okay.
Do you know what she did? She picked them off a plate and threw them on the floor.
Brilliant.
And said, I don't eat sausages.
Yeah.
My mummy told me.
Yeah.
And they said, these are vegetarian ones. She said, I don't eat sausages.
Yeah. Better to be safe, and this is where...
But they're made of vegetables. I don't eat sausages. She was only 3.
Oh.
She was 3. I don't eat sausages. Mummy told me not to. I don't eat sausages. Mummy told me not to.
That's really clever.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's really, really clever.
But
it shows how...
That shows how ingrained this is.
And that's the point I'm going to make.
From a very, very young age, it's ingrained, and it's almost... it's rule setting, isn't it?
Yep.
But it's rule setting to the extreme.
Yep.
Because this is preventing a child from taking in something which is haram.
Is actually...
Yeah, so... Yeah. Great. So, exactly. and how can a child at 3 differentiate?
And what you're not going to do is say, oh no, these ones are okay.
Yeah, but these ones aren't.
Because then it's confusing.
Yes.
Exactly. And it's the same with our kids. So it's a good thing, but it just demonstrates that when you get something in your head, it's hard to change.
Yes.
And I remember having converted to Islam, there was obviously certain things that I could no longer do.
Yes.
Certain things I could no longer eat.
Yes.
And I remember when I met the good lady, and before we got married, I remember one of the things she said, well, what kind of things do you miss? I said, oddly enough, one of the things I miss is corned beef.
Yes.
And she said, what's corned beef? It comes in a tin, and you have a key on it, and you have to wind it around, and it comes out, and it looks like Spam. What's Spam? Leave it.
No.
Yeah, leave it. Let's not go there. And it's
to be honest, it looks like cat food.
It does look like cat food that stayed in a solid thing, and then you slice it. Yeah. And you have it with chips and beans and brown sauce. That's what we had. Yeah. And it's because as kids, that's what we had.
Or you can make it into
corned beef hash.
Corned beef hash.
Oh.
And do you know what I'm going to tell you now?
I'm actually drooling now.
Do you know what I'm going to tell you now?
I'm actually salivating.
I made corned beef hash just a few weeks ago. My family said, it looks and smells like cat food, that's yours. Where's my dinner?
Well, that's the thing.
Because I found halal corned beef.
Yes.
I didn't get it.
Well, that's the thing. So the next time I visited, because obviously, you have the way you meet and everything, blah, 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 and it's all supervised. The next time I visited, she just burst out laughing. I said, what? She goes, when we met last time, what did you say you missed? I said, I have no idea, I can't remember. She goes, you said you missed corned beef. I went, yeah. She went, I found some halal corned beef. I went, oh, brilliant. Are we having it? She went, no. I went, why? She goes, my dad threw it out.
What?
Because he couldn't get his head round the fact that...
Of course.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing?
Of course.
So he went, who's... And he literally, who's brought this into the house? Who's brought this into that? And threw it out. And it's like,
wow.
Because the young man... And he was most apologetic. Yeah. But it was just it's a defence mechanism.
Yeah,
we set these rules in place.
Yep.
This just reminded me of that, where once you get your head around something, it's difficult to change.
Yep.
So, Sainsbury's have launched. Let me find this. Sorry, forgive me.
I do some of my shopping in Sainsbury's.
I thought you might.
Yeah.
Well, get ready. I would wonder if you could have this. Bug grub. Sainsbury's have launched edible insects.
Okay.
I'm judging by your face.
Is this like mealworms and locusts and the like?
Well, this one I'm looking at a picture of smoky BBQ flavoured, crunchy, roasted crickets.
Okay.
Could you eat them?
I need scholarly advice, please.
Well, first of all, okay, I don't know if they're halal or haram. If it was deemed to be halal, could you eat them?
No.
I couldn't. No, you probably could, because you're quite adventurous. I couldn't. I couldn't.
I am adventurous with everything in my life.
I can't eat prawns.
But there are lines. I
can't eat shellfish. Never could.
Okay.
Never been able to.
I love them.
I know. So the only fish I have, it's got to be in a batter with chips.
It doesn't come in batter. I don't want to know.
They're doing crispy fried. They're crisps basically.
Yeah.
Now I love crisps, and I've always said there's no such thing as a bad crisp.
Yeah.
I now have to change my opinion. There is now, and they're in crisp packets, and they're selling them as crisps. Now, I remember Top Gear going to many different places, and I love watching them. They're funny, and there was crickets and all manner of things on sticks.
It's the kind of job that I'd love to do.
Oh, me too. Just have a laugh with your mates. Yeah. You just have a laugh with your mates about something you love. It'd be like me and you going on tour, visiting Islamic places, places of Muslim interest, and just laughing all the time.
Which is in fact what we're going to do.
Which is in fact what we do, actually, yeah. We are top Muslim, top Islam. Oh my goodness.
We are Top Gear for Muslims.
Muslim gear.
But without the cars.
Muslim gear. Is that not just a jumper? And they would go, and Jeremy would be eating his locust or whatever, and the little hamster would be like, no, can't do it. That'd be me.
Yeah.
So it's just like, so I used to kind of have a go at the good lady and say, what do you mean you won't eat sausages?
Yeah.
It's halal. What do you mean we can't have corned beef? It's halal. Yeah. And I don't know if this is halal or not, but assuming this was halal, and she says, would you like a roasted cricket? No. Why? Because you don't eat insects. It's the same thing though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It's the same thing.
It is same.
And she does giggle at me because I can't eat shellfish.
Oh.
I can't eat seafood.
I can't understand.
Can't do it.
I still can't get my head around that.
Can't do it.
One of my favourite meals is seafood pasta. Wow. One of the best meals I've ever eaten in my life was a seafood pasta. Really? Really dodgy kind of outdoors cafe. The kitchen was a hut. It was on a harbour in Malta.
Oh.
And it was one of the best meals I've ever had in my life.
Wow. So to be fair, because I have to order this, I love it, but I have to order it vegetable one. So you would like, what's the thing that you get in Spain? Spanish?
Paella.
Paella.
Oh, come on.
I love paella. But you have the seafood one. I'm jealous. I love the look of a seafood one. Can't eat it.
Gorgeous.
Can't eat it. But put vegetables in it. Wonderful.
Honestly, I don't
wonderful.
get
Which actually makes it presumably no longer paella. it's just not, vegetables with rice.
It's never seen paella in its life.
Either the pie or the ella is probably Spanish for fish. And the other bit's rice. So is it just fish rice?
Fish rice.
Is that all it is? Oh, man. But yeah, I have to have vegetables. But so, 250 stores.
You've never had tempura prawns?
No. I had a prawn once. Just
light batter.
I tried it.
My goodness me.
250 stores now stock barbecued bugs and edible insects. And like I say, there's countries around the world where they just, of course you do. Of course I eat insects. Of course I eat insects. That's what we do. I just can't get my head around it. Described as crunchy in texture with a rich, smoky flavour.
I have bird feeders in the garden. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I like attracting wild birds in the garden.
Yeah.
They're lovely.
Yes.
They tweet in the morning and they sound all nice and I like to give them an easy start to the day.
Yes.
By giving them some food.
Yep.
Alhamdulillah, it works for me, and I like it. So, you can buy some kinds of bird food that are in fact insects, and particularly these mealworms.
Mealworms, grubs.
Now this eating insects has become popular and trendy.
Yeah, and for many reasons.
For largely down to I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
Yes, yeah.
Because one of the challenges is that they have to eat these things, and it's disgusting because they eat them alive.
Yes.
Which is
awful.
Disgusting.
Imagine that crawling around your mouth.
Oh, disgusting. Huge cockroach.
It's hanging on. I can't swallow it. It's hanging on.
Oh my goodness, that is disgusting. But they do this to kind of normalise these things, don't they?
Yeah.
And part of normalisation process is that if you see it on TV and you see celebrities doing
this report,
it becomes normal.
Yep.
So Sainsbury's have taken that to the next level.
Yes.
Now also we've got a major problem on this planet, and that's the problem of protein and the sources of protein being insufficient to feed and to adequately provide sustenance for the whole population.
And the creation of them, the maintenance of them, is terrible. It creates greenhouse gases.
Yes, it does. Yes.
And that's what it's saying here. It's saying insects are naturally very low in calories, suitable for gluten and dairy-free diets, exceptionally high in protein. Gram for gram, dried crickets contain more protein than beef, chicken and pork.
That's right.
With 100 grams. The food group also tops the list when it comes to sustainability.
Yes.
Because bugs emit considerably lower levels of greenhouse gases than most livestock and are more efficient in terms of the resources needed to farm them.
Correct.
So, if you're doing a top trumps of food groups, they win hands down.
Bugs are it.
Bugs are top of the absolutely top. I can't eat them.
No, I can't.
And so my wife, if she listens, she shouldn't listen to this rubbish. But if she did, and we're going, you see, once you get your head round something, you can't do it, can you?
You've no chance.
So if you are listening, my dear, I apologise. If you're not listening, don't tell her.
I tell you, one day, we're going to be travelling in the car together.
Yes.
And I'm going to put my podcast on.
Yes. Well, no.
I'm going to make it this one.
People are stopping us in the street now. They're going to come and say, "You will never guess what Junaid said." Yeah. Is that what? Oh dear. Oh dear.
Crazy.
Right.
Do you know? Actually, thinking about having bugs in my mouth.
Yeah. Has it made
it go a bit dry?
Bit dry. Same
here.
To
be honest.
Same here.
I'm going to go and sort it out.
Yes.
Okay.
More of this after that.
We'll speak soon, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
Oh, always better after that.
Always
Better after that. And by that I mean the listeners always better after a break from us.
Yeah.
Oh,
we stopped talking. Everybody perks up.
Yes. And well, to be fair, they've said to us,
I'm going to perk you down again.
Yes, they've said, you guys light up a room when you leave. Do you know, you're an inspiration, because if you could do it,
anybody can.
Oh dear.
You guys make my day.
Yeah.
When you've finished.
When you've finished. That's right. You're a great start to the day, because you realise that I need to be leaving for work.
Yeah.
You make me realise I need to be off. You force me out of the house, you do. The dog loves you, because when you come on, I take him for a walk. Oh, dear. Talk about love. Right. I know we said this previously, but just how much do you love IKEA?
Love them.
I love IKEA. It's
great.
Brilliant.
Great.
Built on a phenomenal prep. Do you know how IKEA came about?
Go on.
A guy had bought a table off his mate and he had a car. So in order to get it home, he dismantled it, took it home, set it all back up again, and literally went, oh, it's brilliant, I feel better for that. It's fantastic.
Yep.
Everybody should do it that way. And then he went, oh. And IKEA started on that premise.
Amazing.
That you buy it flat pack, you put it up yourself.
Amazing.
None of your MFI stuff though. Pucker stuff.
Yep.
Oh, sorry, MFI. Do they exist anymore?
I don't think they do.
I don't think that's fine.
I think there's a good reason why not.
Yes. It used to be the standing joke.
None of their furniture does.
You don't have people having the standing joke with IKEA. IKEA's brilliant.
No.
It's phenomenal. Your instructions are easy to follow. Do you know why? No writing. It's all pictures.
All pictures.
It's brilliant. So IKEA,
you get
fantastic.
That little cartoon man scratching his head.
Yes, that's right. You do. That's right. And a big cross through anything you're not supposed to do, which is brilliant. Fantastic. Well, why do we love IKEA even more now?
Even more now?
Yes.
Because the one thing that I was annoyed about with IKEA for years, decades, is that I'd walk through the checkouts, smell the hot dogs, and think,
can't have that. If only.
Why don't they do halal?
Why don't they do
or vegetarian?
Vegetarian hot
as a
dogs.
minimum. And guess what they're doing now?
Vegetarian hot dogs.
Alhamdulillah.
Vegetarian hot dogs.
They've listened.
Well, it's not the only dog they love.
Okay.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, ready for this.
Now, would you agree you're an animal person?
Absolutely.
I'm very much an animal person.
Love 'em.
What's your animal of choice?
Cat.
Cat. Same here.
Yeah.
We now. I've followed your lead.
My Billy.
Oh.
You've got Jake.
We've got Jake. I've followed your lead.
I also like birds.
Yeah.
I feed birds in my garden.
Actually, that's very nice. That's very nice.
Right.
So whilst I might not choose to have a dog,
I like the tweets in the morning.
That's quite nice.
Better than Donald Trump's tweets.
Oh my goodness! Yes. Well, they're not quite as early.
No,
for one,
they're not.
And they don't tweet in capital letters. No. They just tweet in bird song.
Tweet like they're shouting.
Yes. Oh my goodness. But I can understand why people like dogs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hang on a minute. Dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs are amazing.
Yes.
They're loyal. They're friendly. They're happy.
Unconditional love.
Absolutely.
The fetchy slippers, apparently.
And I have been in so many houses where they've got dogs, and I see the interaction between the dogs and their owners.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And the lovely animals.
Yeah.
It's just that in my view they're just a little bit dare I say it, smelly and unclean. Whereas a cat, what does it do? What does it spend half its life doing?
Cleaning, other half
itself.
Sleeping.
Yeah. It either cleans itself or it sleeps.
Yes.
And that's it.
Well, IKEA in Italy have opened its doors to stray dogs to let them sleep on their rugs at night to stay warm.
Come on.
I know, the look on your face is the same as when I read that.
Nice.
Isn't that amazing? Because we're in winter, it's really, really cold, so they let them, and I'm going to show you a picture of a dog in IKEA at night sleeping on one of their rugs.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that just adorable?
That's nice.
And they're all around the shop. And they just think, So at night, they let the stray dogs in and they feed them and let them sleep on the rugs at night.
Brilliant.
Isn't that just phenomenal? Do they have to
imagine
do that?
No.
Do they need to do that?
No.
Will they get any benefit other than being good people for doing that?
Well, they will from the likes of me.
That's what I think.
Because they've just gone up in my estimation.
Absolutely.
As if that was possible.
Yeah.
Yes. for doing that. That's lovely. And you can imagine the dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, the dogs will get up in the morning and just go,
yeah. Give you a big look, say thank you.
Oh, slept well. Oh, it's some breakfast as well.
Yeah.
Thank you
and it
so much.
says the shop staff in Catania, Italy, have even pampered and fed the dogs, with some of the lucky canines being adopted by the staff.
Amazing.
So these dogs.
And you
have
can
been
imagine the stray dogs going out into the streets after that, cold streets, and having a bit of a shiver and a shakedown. Then they'll go and tell the mates, won't they? Hey up, you never guess what's happening. Go to IKEA tonight, you'll get a bed for the night and some food. Yeah. Yeah. They wouldn't say it exactly like that, of course.
Because you know how they say it?
No. It's in Italy, they speak Italian.
Sorry, I was doing a Dutch accent. I do apologise.
No. We all know that animals communicate in English.
Yes.
In England.
In England, it's so true.
In fact,
it's so true.
Most animals, including my cat, of course, speaks with a broad Yorkshire accent.
Yes, so true. Go to France, what do you hear? A lot of
absolutely. They talk about garlic and onions all the time. Yeah, and if they wore clothes, it would be black and white stripes, shirts. They would, and berets. They'd wear berets.
They wear berets, yeah.
But we're talking about dogs in Italy, so of course they would speak Italian.
Yeah, and smoke. And drive mopeds. Yeah. And they roll the sleeves up on the trip just a little bit too far. They roll the sleeves up beyond the elbow.
Yeah, which is not natural, that, is it?
Do you know, when they carry rucksacks, they put both arms through.
Oh, can you imagine?
Oh, bless them. But it says in 2014, the retailer partnered up with animal welfare groups in a project called Home for Hope, and they put pictures of dogs in between all the furniture in the stores to attract potential adopters.
Oh,
isn't that just brilliant?
Fantastic.
Oh, it's brilliant. So I just love that. IKEA outlets that took part in the campaign included those in the United States, Singapore. Most IKEA stores in the UK have a strict no dogs policy unless it is an assistance dog. But I'm sure would be happy to put up the cards. Oh,
I reckon that
absolutely
maybe that's a policy because it's a legal issue.
Yeah.
I don't know, but they ought to be looking into that in this country.
They ought to be looking to change that. Because that I just think is a joy.
Because
an absolute joy.
What does the great British public love?
Love their animals.
And what do they want to support all the time?
Yep, absolutely.
And we've got the likes of RSPCA.
Yep.
RSPB.
Yes.
That always confused me. You know, I'm dyslexic.
I think I've just worked this one out. Go on.
Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals.
Absolutely.
Royal Society for the Prevention of Birds.
Of birds.
Why do you want to prevent birds?
Why would you want to prevent birds? They're quite nice.
All they do is flap about and tweet.
They eat spiders.
They eat bugs in the garden.
Oh dear. But that was lovely.
They eat ladybirds.
They do.
Well, what's wrong with ladybirds? Nothing. They eat greenfly.
Ah, okay. It's like spiders eat flies.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, spiders.
Do you know what? There was an old woman.
She didn't know what to do.
No, not that one.
Oh.
A different one. She swallowed a fly. I don't know why. Perhaps she'll die.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, enough of this frivolity.
Yes, that was lovely. Well done, IKEA.
We've got well done, IKEA. Love what you do, guys.
Love it.
Carry it on and bring the same into this country.
Absolutely.
Because the great British public will get behind
we'll
that.
support you.
And absolutely support it,
it's fantastic.
Sure.
Well done.
So, IKEA.
Well done.
Well done, lads. Thank
you.
We're getting through this.
We're getting through this list,
aren't we?
I think we'll do more of that after more of this after that, more of that after this, more of this after that.
We're contractually obliged
to do this.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh.
I always feel a little bit better after a coffee, or mid coffee, I should say, because I've not finished mine.
I always feel altogether more human. Well, actually, no, just human.
Yeah, because as you always say, you weren't born, you were beamed down. Oh, brilliant. Oh, my goodness. But no, I just genuinely feel better after a cup of coffee. Have you noticed? I've had a few cups of tea recently.
I've noticed that.
I've been in places where I've said, "Do you do coffee?" They've gone, "No." I've gone, "Well, I'll have a cup of tea then." And I'm beginning
to like it.
I'm beginning to like it.
Tell you.
I'm beginning to like it.
Well, next time I'm going to make you a cup of tea.
Yep.
I am.
I'm beginning to like it.
I'm going to make tea grow on you.
Yes.
And what you'll realise,
Yep.
Yeah, in the fullness of time,
yes.
and it won't actually take long.
Okay.
What you'll realise is that first thing in the morning, you can't have coffee.
Oh.
Has to be tea.
Interesting.
Yeah, first thing in the morning has got to be a cup of tea.
Right.
And it is in fact the law.
Well, it should be a British law. It's quintessentially British.
The law.
Yes.
It is in my house.
Yorkshire tea made with Yorkshire water.
Well,
I'm conscious of where we are at this moment in time and how well that's going to go down.
I know. You can't do that in Manchester.
Nope.
You can't.
No.
I'm a firm believer that Tetley's tea actually is the way forward.
Yeah.
Other tea brands are available.
Yeah.
They're just not as
The
nice.
good lady has Tetley.
Yeah. Tetley tea.
Yeah.
Tetley tea is the way.
Yeah.
Tetley's, do you know what? These firms, they have their blend of tea.
Yes.
And they select their blend of tea, and that's what they use in their tea bags.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some get that blend bang on right, such as Tetley's, for example.
Yeah.
Others don't, in my humble opinion.
In your humble opinion.
Because I don't like the flavour of their tea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, very famously, in my house, Marks and Spencer's, who are, Marks and Spencer's food.
Come on.
Just watch the adverts.
Come on.
They're amazing at it, aren't they?
Come on.
Their tea was rubbish.
Really?
Never had that again in my life.
Wow.
It was vile. So I will never shop there for tea again. Okay?
Because you like Tetley's.
Morrison's. Other supermarkets are available.
Yeah.
But I love Morrison's.
Yes.
They're homemade, their own brand.
Yeah.
Extra strong.
Their brand, you mean?
Extra strong tea bags.
Yes.
Come in a dark blue box.
Right.
Yeah. They are on a par with Tetley's.
Really?
Yeah, they are.
Wow.
Yeah, they are. But anyway,
we digress.
All of the brands aside, Tetley's tea. But tea in a morning is far better.
Just works better than
coffee in the morning.
Wow.
Yeah, and it still has the same kind of
effect,
chemicals in there.
Yeah.
It still has the same what's it called? Caffeine.
Yep.
Still has the same caffeine levels as coffee.
Yeah.
It still does the same job.
Yeah.
But it just tastes so much better.
Wow.
Yeah. I think coffee in the morning makes me feel a little bit sickly, if I'm honest. But if I have a cup of tea first, I drink coffee all day then.
Wow.
I'm fine.
Wow.
Yeah. But as it happens, I've slowly...
So tea is your gateway drug?
Tea is my gateway drug of choice.
Is that what they call it? It's a gateway... It's your gateway drug of choice. That gets you on the proper stuff.
That gets me...
I can't go straight to coffee.
That gets me hitting the hard stuff.
Give me a hit of tea.
That gives me...
and then we'll go on to the hard stuff.
That gives me the necessity to hit the hard stuff by 10 a.m.
Oh, brilliant.
So cup of tea in the morning, particularly in the morning. It's vital, and in fact, in my house,
very good.
It's the law.
Who
gets to make the tea in the morning?
I'm sure you get to make the tea in the morning.
I'm sure I do.
And I'm sure you do it with pleasure.
I'm sure I do.
Yes.
Because what I tend to do, and especially this time of year, which is wonderful, because prayer time is it's relatively delayed, isn't it? So,
yes.
But the thing is, the start time's delayed as well.
Yes, it is.
So you can't.
Do you miss your cup of tea then?
Well, no. I'll go down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll while the kettle's boiling.
Yeah.
I'll do my wazoo.
Yeah.
I'll make the cup of tea. I'll take it back upstairs. Deposit the cup of tea for my missus.
Yep.
And mine. And because it's too hot to drink instantly,
because it's in a porcelain china.
I'll do my 2 lots of prayer, morning prayer, and then usually get back into bed and slurp tea, watching Good Morning Britain.
Yes.
With whoever's on, Piers and because I like to be angry in the morning.
yes.
That does the job.
Gets your blood boiling. The tea gets your blood pumping, and then he boils it.
He boils it. It does.
Oh goodness.
Fantastic. All the breakfast shows are available, of course.
Oh, right. Well,
anyway, where were we?
I've got one on my list.
Go on.
And it just took me back to my childhood.
Yep.
It was extraordinary. We live, well, if you think, you're not too far away from where we live in Wakey, but when I used to live in Sheffield, we were very close to Lady Bower Reservoir.
I've been there.
Yes.
Great
beautiful place. It's
a
beautiful place.
Absolutely. Lovely scenery. And the journey to it.
Yeah.
And what the roads that you have to drive down to get to it are just
amazing.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah. Beautiful.
As a kid, done at speed, brilliantly. Now with kids in it, done at a leisurely pace, equally beautiful.
Even better. Yeah. Even better. Yes, because you get to see it.
Because you get to see it, yes.
It's not just a blur.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the thing, because my dad used to say, see that, because I never knew it as Lady Bower Reservoir, I knew it as Lady Bower Dam.
Yes.
So it's just called Lady Bower Dam.
Yes.
But of course, the dam was created in order to create
the reservoir. Yes.
And then you forget that. So before the dam was there, the reservoir didn't exist.
That's right.
I think, right, okay. So my dad always used to say, because he was like your father, he was a policeman.
Yep.
And when he worked traffic, they had to go to certain points, and one of them was they had something, I can't remember what it exactly, but they had to go to Lady Bower.
Yep.
So they go up to Lady Bower, and then they go to and they had to work around these different points. And he said, in 1976, when we had the really, really, really warm, hottest summer ever, and we were running out of water, the water in Lady Bower Dam dropped considerably. And he said, that's amazing. It's amazing. Why is it amazing, Dad? Because I can see the steeple. What?
Huh?
I can see the steeple. Because in order to create that reservoir, guess what used to be there?
They had to bury a village.
They had to bury a village.
Oh my goodness me, no.
Yes.
And that's still under there?
And it's still under there.
Oh my goodness.
You don't think of these things, do you?
Oh, do you know what I want to do now?
Yep.
I want to go and dive it.
Oh, actually, yes.
I want to go and dive that now.
Do you think the good lady would let you?
No.
Just say you're going with Junaid.
I'll just say I'm off with Junaid. where are you going? Doesn't matter. Is Junaid going with you? Yes?
Oh, that's right then. I can't get exactly the same in my house.
Yeah, exactly.
Where are you going? I'm going to X. Is Yusuf going? Yeah. Oh, that's all right then.
Yeah.
I'm not allowed out by myself.
I know.
It's extraordinary.
Crazy.
Are you going out with Yusuf? Yes. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. So,
if they only knew, eh? If they only knew,
yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Derwent in Derbyshire made way for the Lady Bower Reservoir, which was built between 1935 and 1943.
Wow.
And in that time, it got rid of a village.
Incredible.
They got rid of the village, but of course they left the physical structure of the village.
Of course they did.
There.
Yeah.
So, and we've missed it now. It's a couple of weeks old, but we've never get through the list that we have. No. Do you know what I mean? And I've got to discuss this. The water levels went so low in November, you could see not just the steeple, you could see entire buildings.
This year?
This year.
Just gone?
Just gone.
Oh, man, why didn't somebody tell me?
Low water levels at the reservoir revealed the rarely seen abandoned village that was flooded in the 1940s.
Oh, amazing.
Dave Aston from the Peak District's Upper Derwent Visitor Centre said the rare sight of the exposed village has attracted many people to the area. I'm not surprised. They have to rescue people getting stuck in the mud who are trying to go out and physically see it.
Wow.
So their busiest thing now is getting people out of the mud that's been left. Historic buildings, churches and limestone cottages in Derwent and Ashupton were lost when the Derwent Valley was flooded to create the reservoir.
Incredible.
And now you can go and see them. Now, and it was this bit. Do you know what makes Lady Bower Dam, and this is why we knew it as Lady Bower Dam, most famous?
I do.
Go on.
Bouncing bomb.
Yes. And there's a picture here. Have a look at that.
Wow.
That is a Lancaster bomber.
Lancaster, yeah.
Flying over Reservoir Dam.
Wow.
Because when they were going during the Second World War, when the Dam Busters, 633 Squadron, the Dam Busters, which were they were nicknamed the Dam Busters because they went and broke a dam.
Yes, they did.
It was a big dam in Germany.
Yep.
And they'd been trying to bomb a munitions factory.
Yep.
deep in the bottom of a valley, and because it was deep in the bottom of a valley, they just couldn't get there. Couldn't get there, and every time they did, it was missed.
So they decided to flood it.
So bit of out of the box thinking. Yeah. I'll tell you what, why don't we hit that dam instead and flood the factory? That's a great idea. Yeah. But if you can't hit a massive building, how are you going to hit a dam that's 10 foot wide?
And it's so protected.
Yes.
Yeah, with anti-aircraft guns and blah blah blah.
And Barnes-Wallis.
Yeah.
Was it Barnes-Wallis?
Yeah.
Yes, Barnes-Wallis came up with this bouncing bomb.
Yeah. Well, what he was doing, he was standing by the waterside skimming stones.
Oh.
That's what he was doing.
Which is absolutely obligatory when you go to the seaside.
Of course
you
it is.
must skim stones.
If you go to any water.
Well, yeah, actually, yes.
It's against the law not to skim
Is this a good
stones.
skimmer, Dad? Let's see. Do you think it's a sevener, this one? I bet this is a sevener.
And you search around the floor looking for flats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a flat. I've got a flat. I wonder how many skims I can get.
Is this a sixer?
So skimming stones, and he thought, well, actually, using the same principle, if we can skim a bomb, then we can deposit that bomb and get out before they shoot us down.
Yep.
And the bomb will do the damage to the dam, which will
and the
flood
bomb,
the munitions.
Skip. Rests against the side of the wall, sink all the way down to the bottom.
Yes.
And then explode.
Boom.
So it's exploding the bottom of the dam, not just chipping bricks off the top.
That's right.
Genius.
Yeah.
So every time we drove past it, my dad would say, that's where they did practice foot, that's where they did. And then he said, and you can see the steeple in a really good... Well, now, you can't just see the steeple. Have a look at this. You can see entire properties.
Look at that.
I know. Sorry, I'm showing you a picture of some of the properties.
Which never helps on radio.
Which doesn't help on property. Of some of the things that you can see. So the water level went down so far.
Incredible.
You could see
to some extent, that's incredible. To another extent, that's really worrying. Why did the water go down so far?
Because of the summer that we'd had. We just had no rain.
Oh, my goodness.
To be fair, it's making up for it at the minute.
Yeah.
But we'd had no rain.
As it happens, I drove past another reservoir only yesterday.
Oh, really?
There was an accident on the motorway.
Yep.
I had to go the back way, and I went past a reservoir, and this is a big one on the way over towards Manchester.
Yes. Yep.
And it's usually overflowing.
Yeah.
And there's water pouring out and down the wall on the other side.
Yep.
And I noticed as I approached the wall, there was no water coming down. No water.
Wow.
And as I went past it, I looked back. And the reservoir was about 10 feet below the overflow that would not. I was thinking, oh my goodness, that's short of water.
Yep.
And they all must be like that because we didn't have any rain,
did we?
not
had the rain. Had the rain.
How scary is that?
Yeah, incredible.
Because when they get empty, we've got a problem, haven't we?
We run out of water.
And we covered this topic in some detail just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, talking about the Pakistan dam.
Talking about the Pakistani dam.
Yep.
And the fact that they've only got 30 days of water.
Yes.
In the whole country.
Time.
30 days.
For the entire country.
So if it doesn't rain for 31 days, they've run out of water.
They have drought.
That's scary.
And most countries, countries around the world have between 4 months and 9 months of standing water.
Yeah.
And they have 30 days.
They have 1 month. So that's potentially a massive problem.
Yes.
So they've known about it for years,
Yep.
and they've repeated governments for years and years and years of generations have ignored it and pocketed the money instead.
Yeah.
This current government now taking this very seriously, and there was an awful lot of people did an awful lot of fundraising recently to get the wheels in motion in building more dams.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, it's been recognised that somebody's actually doing something about it now, because the estimate was. With climate change and water levels reducing, in any case, the estimate was that by 2025 there would be no water.
None.
In Pakistan. So 200 million people risk of death.
Yes.
Through no water.
Yeah. Number one, not having water to drink, but number two, having no irrigation.
No irrigation for the farm.
They've managed to create a situation where, as a country, they're 70% self-reliant.
Yeah.
So 70% of the food eaten in that country is grown in that country.
Yeah, crops and livestock are dependent on water irrigation.
Yeah.
And if the dams aren't full,
so not only it's not a case of we'll fly water in.
No,
it's not just about drinking it.
No.
Extraordinary.
Because to be 70% self-sufficient, for that to drop to zero, they can't afford to buy in what would be necessary to feed the people.
Yep.
So 220 million people.
Yeah.
It's not looking good.
Yep.
So, reservoirs, dams, important things.
And very important things.
Yeah, and very useful things.
Yep.
When you happen to be able to bomb one to flood a munitions factory,
as it happens,
which helps you to win the Second World War.
Helps you, under no, what would you say? Under no, it was a phenomenal thing, and to see that Lancaster flying over,
amazing.
Wow.
Anyway, I think it's cup of tea time.
Yeah, that doesn't get me any closer to a cup of coffee, does it?
Excuse me, a cup of what?
Tea. Let's try a cup of char.
We are both British.
We are both British, after all.
Let's have a British cup of tea, shall we? Assalamu alaikum.
Wa rahmatullahi.
Wa barakatuh. What does it they say? Best drink of the day.
Yes. Normally that's the first. I would just say any. I wouldn't have said that before.
Each one of them.
Yes. I wouldn't have said that before converting to Islam.
No.
Why would I say that now?
Because teas and coffees are about all you drink.
Oh, there is that. But also, I've fasted. Never fasted before.
That's right.
Never fasted. First fast will be, 17 years ago now? Yeah. 16, 17 years ago? Yeah. Before that, never fasted. Take it for granted.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Take it for granted.
I used to fast in Lent.
Oh.
Well,
that's not fasting, though,
it was called fasting and abstinence.
Yes.
So I used to abstain.
So you went for the abstain,
Yeah, I did.
And what did you abstain from?
Olives and anchovies.
And why did you abstain from olives and anchovies?
Hated them.
What do you hate most? Olives and anchovies. What are you going to give up? Them. It's a serious thing. You're not allowed to have them. Oh, okay.
As it happens, I will not eat a pizza now unless it's got what on.
Yeah, anchovies, isn't that weird?
Olives and anchovies.
Oh, sorry, olives and anchovies. Yeah. I love olives.
I love them.
In a pizza, in a salad.
I love them. Love them.
Oh. Excuse me.
Yes, you.
Tell me, sorry.
Alhamdulillah.
I should have warned you. You could have turned the mic off. That came from nowhere, that one. You know, sometimes you get a run up, don't you?
Yeah,
that came from nowhere.
You do. You kind of know it's going to happen.
That came from, it's dusty in here.
You can twitch your nose a bit.
It's dusty, evidently.
I hope it goes away.
So now, any drink. I value.
The best drink of the day.
Yeah, not nearly as much as that first cup of water after fasting, though.
Well, to be fair, with me, it's a cup of tea.
Really?
Yeah.
You break your fast? Oh, my goodness.
Dates.
Dates. But then tea.
Banana and tea.
Wow.
That's what I have.
Water.
We'll all come in and do Maghrib together.
Yeah.
As a family, which is lovely.
Yeah.
And then go back and hit the usual
everything else. Yes.
The usual fare that you would expect in any.
Excuse me, love. Excuse me. I'm terribly sorry, but see that there? That's not fried. Get rid.
That does not belong on this
table. That does not belong. What's the odd one out here, love?
How dare you put unfried
food? What are you doing to me? Oh, dear.
Subhanallah. If only that wasn't true.
I know. I want chicken and pakora, nothing else. Oh, dear. Do you know, there are some people around the world, some people, even in this wonderful city that we're in now, but certainly around the world, who think they're having a bad day.
Oh, yeah.
They're not.
We have bad days,
we think we have bad days. How long do we let our bad days last?
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. And then it's a choice. It's a choice. You go, do you know what? I'm not having a bad day anymore.
No.
Not having a bad day.
I'm not going to see this as a bad day. I'm going to do something about it and turn it into a good day.
On those wonderful days when I get to drop the kids off at school.
Yep.
If I do, I get to drop the kids off at school, I'll say, Daddy's going to have a great day. Who's joining me? We all join Daddy. And just make the decision now. Tell it now, this second, that we're going to have a great day. Have a great day. Now, that said, some people
There are some people.
There are some people. And it's worth...
They get things wrong, don't they?
Yes. It's worth knowing about these just to reinforce the fact that we're not
having a bad day.
We are having phenomenal days. Phenomenal days. Warning. Warning. As man's annoying runny nose turns out to be fluid leaking from his brain.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh my
goodness. What does that mean?
So went to the doctors complaining, I've had this running... It's not a cold, but I've had this runny nose. It's just annoying.
Oh my
It's just annoying.
Me.
I've had this runny nose for ages. It's really, really annoying. Is there anything we can do? I can't breathe properly. It's just this constant flow. And there's a picture of him, bless him, with just stuff stuck up his nose. Look, I'll use it for a picture.
Yeah.
With things just stuck up his nose.
Tissue stuck up
his nose. Because it just runs continually. Doesn't stop running. And it seems to be nothing I can do. Tormented him for...
Go on.
5 years.
Oh my goodness.
5 years.
You'd want rid of that after 5 minutes, wouldn't you?
And it says Greg had blamed the condition on his allergies, and doctors had diagnosed him with pneumonia and bronchitis at one point before his shocking diagnosis. I'm terribly sorry, Greg. It would appear this is fluid leaking from your brain.
Your brain is melting.
Is there anything you could do to stop my leaky nose? Yes. Do you know what he ended up having?
Go on.
Brain surgery. I've got a runny nose. What do you think's the cure? But no, maybe we can operate on your brain.
Maybe we can take your brain out.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
I mean, there are times. Well, there are times, especially when I'm tired, when I get the impression that my brain is melting. Yeah, it just feels like it is. It doesn't work properly.
Oh.
In fact, that's most of the time with me, if I'm honest. But for that to be actually the fact, now that's a tough day to get your head around.
Now I'm conscious that people could be eating breakfast, lunch, dinner. They could be eating at this point, so I'll warn anybody at this point. If you're eating and you're in any way squeamish, let's say
stick your fingers in your ears
15 seconds.
Say, la, la, la,
15
la, la,
seconds. 15 seconds, because I'm going to describe the symptoms now. Okay,
go.
It's 15 seconds. Quote: he said, "You could be anywhere. You could be on the airplane. You could be taking somebody out. You could be eating your dinner, and then all of a sudden." It simply drains out of your face.
Oh my goodness me.
Okay, I'm hoping, is that about 15 seconds?
About that, yeah.
Okay, if anybody's coming back now, perfect. Because what we've just described is awful. And it would just whoosh, whoosh, literally just, and no warning, whoosh, in his meals, in his lap, as he's driving, 5 years. He's been to doctor after doctor after doctor after doctor after doctor, and it has subsequently been determined that it had been leaking from cerebrospinal fluid, which is the fluid that cushions the brain to protect it.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Sometimes when you have this leakage, a doctor reports, it can evolve into what we call an ascending infection. So bacteria can travel from the nose to the brain, resulting in meningitis. Yep. That's all right then. Only had it 5 years.
Fantastic.
Only had it 5 years.
Thanks for pointing that one out.
He was successfully treated with a minimally invasive skull surgery.
Oh, goodness me.
Would you consider any part of skull surgery to be minimally invasive?
Look, if a surgeon has to come at me with a Black & Decker drill, that's not minimally invasive.
Now, to be fair, what an amazing time we live in.
Did you know that Black & Decker actually make surgical equipment? Yeah. So they will come at you with a Black & Decker drill in surgery.
Wow. It's a shame it's Black & Decker and not another major manufacturer. Because imagine if somebody said, so then, Mr. because all surgeons now are Misters, as we know. Yeah. So then, Mr. So-and-so, could you describe the operation? Oh, it's not a problem. It's not a problem. We'll give you some of this lovely anaesthetic. We'll ask you to count backwards from 10. By about 7, you'll be gone. And then, bosh. So he's all right now.
Bosh.
He's all right. He's done. He's done. He's sorted. But yes, the stuff that's been leaking out of his nose for 5 years was actually fluid from his brain.
Reminds me of one of my favourite jokes.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, about the guy walking down the street. He got attacked by someone with a power tool. Power tool?
Yeah.
Yeah, there he was. He was walking, minding his own business. Next minute, bosh.
Oh dear.
I love that joke.
So do you know what? Yeah, me too.
Love that joke.
More of that after this. More
hang on a minute.
More this after.
Where did that come from? That came from a bad day.
Oh yes.
When you think you're having a bad day,
you're having a bad day.
At least your brain's not.
Your brain's not leaking all over your food.
All over you. All over your friends.
All over your friends. All over your lap when you sat on an airplane.
And you even. Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh, here it goes again. Oh, too late.
Too late.
Oh, you all right, sir? Well, no. Apparently, I've got pneumonia. Oh no, I haven't. I've got bronchitis. Oh no, I haven't. I've got an allergy. Oh no, I haven't. My brain is leaking.
Brain's leaking. That's a bad day.
That is a bad day.
Then you go into surgery.
Oh dear. Bosh. And then bosh. Oh dear.